took one trade today, one winner. And it was a decent trade, I think. Zella says, I placed one trade today, nailed it, high conviction, high precision setup. I don't know too much about conviction, but it was good. Good entry and follow my trade management rules. So today, market was opening much lower. So it was an inside relationship on the TPO. But these were all iffy. It was somewhat higher, overlapping higher here, but it was opening up under not just value area low in yesterday's range, but under L5, under S2, and yeah, huge sell-off overnight, and it was opening up below everything. The one thing to note here was that market bounced off of S3 during the pre-market session and was kind of rallying out of it. So in the notes I said it's an inside relationship on TPO during a downtrend, which means a potential breakout type of scenario, but it seems like the breakout already occurred overnight. My only potential play I have right now is shorting L5 and S2, but during pre-market, market also bounced off at S3. So is it worth trying to short S2? Perhaps it's a bounce back up to S1. Perhaps I shouldn't trade at all. So that's what I was saying. Since it bounced off of S3, it's pretty overextended. So is this a move back into S1 or S2, right? So that's the two kind of scenarios I was looking at. Trying to short off of this S2 and L5 to target S3, or a double bottom at S3 back up to S2 and maybe S1. So that was the plan for the day. What happened was that market opened up and it started selling off instantaneously, and it never really got to L5 or S2 here. The interesting thing here is that as it was selling off and making lower lows, the RSI here was higher than this low. So right here it was 30, and it broke the lows and made a new low, but it was 33. So this was a RSI normal divergence here, which got me interested. And then this bounced off of S3. I was forming a potential higher low here, which was also interesting to me. So RSI normal divergence, potential higher low, and the other thing was that it was the ledge of the high volume node here. So if we go somewhere here, we can see that this was the ledge of the high volume node, and there wasn't much left under here. So I was interested in that level also. So it was technically about 4 points away from S3, but those three things convinced me to get in before I hit S3. The high volume node ledge here, the potential higher low here, and then the RSI normal divergence. So market opens up and it comes back in to S3. S3 is 91, but hits 95 or so. At this point I see that the RSI is making a normal divergence. I am interested in these longs. I see that there are some big buyers that came in. What was interesting is that buying imbalances start coming in here, aggressive buyers, and it's not much of anything really, but I just see these aggressive buyers coming in and rallying up. So I don't really see a B shape or anything, nothing crazy about sellers getting absorbed, but I see these aggressive buyers and stacked buying imbalances. So I'm waiting for it to kind of see what it does here, how it reacts at these imbalances here. And it just blows right through these stacked imbalances, but I'm watching how it's reacting here. I'm just kind of watching right now. So I wasn't too interested until it came down, and then right into these imbalances here, and then what started happening was I formed a little B shape here, and then the POC was at the bottom here, and I see that there is another B shape on the 20 range chart here too. So B shape here, POC at the bottom here, which is also that retest of these buying imbalances here. So a solid rally up, came down, tested, held on a B shape, a delta divergence on the 20R, and then another one on the 1 minute, delta divergence on the 1 minute here. So I'm pretty much convinced that I would take a position long here, which was also right where the ledge of this high volume node was. So I liked the level, although I wasn't too sure because it wasn't quite at S3 yet, so I only entered with one contract. But I liked this rally up with aggressive buyers, retest, held on a B shape and on delta divergences, and then started going up. So I enter with one contract here, and it actually does not, I almost get stopped out. I'm one tick away from getting stopped out here. So my stop I put out here because I felt like that was the retest, and if it breaks under, there's no point. I didn't want it to break under that B shape. So it ends up as a delta divergence on the 2 minute. Stop is at 98 and a quarter, and it comes literally one tick within my stop. And yeah, that's, I don't know, I guess I lucked out there. But yeah, I started rallying after that. Pretty solid rally after that. So my target was 3R, which was also coinciding with this L5 S2 area, which would have been my target anyway, so that was, I think that was a good level to take profit at. But then just kept going. If I had two contracts, I would have targeted this area where the virgin POCs are, like 34 maybe. That would have been a good trade, but I only had one, so took it off at 3R here and L5S2. Yeah, and it goes all the way to yesterday's range and then S1 and L4. So not bad. Not a bad trade. I could have gone a better entry here, but it worked out. So I did follow my trade management rules. I hit 2R, put my stop at break even after that, and then it and watched it keep rallying.